Today we're going to head up to quiz 41, and before we start we're going to give some scores out for last week. Jerry had a 21, Josie and Bill had, Stevie had it, and Rita had a 21. Jane and Davey, I think Caroline said it, a 24. Josie and Bill had a 25, but Billy topped the scoreboard and gave me a 28. That was good scoring, so I think the scores will be slightly up a wee bit from the 21s anyway. I don't know where they're higher than 28, but it should be around the 25, 26 mark for some of you. So here we go for round one. Starting off with a couple of tough ones. Number one, which British public service ceased on June the 12th, 1921? Which British public service ceased on June the 12th, 1921? Number two, which fruit contains the most calories? Number three, how was Harry Alonso Longbaugh better known? How was Harry Alonso Longbaugh better known? Number four, who in the Bible in the Old Testament was eaten by dogs? Who in the Old Testament was eaten by dogs? Number five, who was the first monarch to live in Buckingham Palace? Who was the first monarch to live in Buckingham Palace? Number six, which animals in London are connected to Edwin Landseer? Which animals in London are connected to Edwin Landseer? Number seven, who is the mother of Isabella Rossellini? Who is the mother of Isabella Rossellini? And the last one in this round, in Greek mythology, who travelled to the underworld to get his wife back? Okay, in Greek mythology, who travelled to the underworld to get his wife back? Okay. I'm going to go over them and re-pause that or something, go over some of them. I'm going to give you the answers out to round one. Which British public service ceased to exist on the 12th of June 1921? It's a Sunday postal services. There was no postal. The post delivery stopped delivering your letters on a Sunday on 1921. Which fruit contains the most calories? Avocado. And how was Harry Alonso Longbaugh better known as? The Sundance Kid. And who in the Old Testament was eaten by dogs? Jezebel. And who was the first monarch to live in Buckingham Palace? Queen Victoria. And which animals in London are connected to Edwin Landseer? Lions. So lions in the Trafalgar Square. Who is the mother of Isabella Rossellini? Ingrid Bergman. And in Greek mythology, who travelled to the underworld to get his wife back? It was Orpheus. Orpheus in the underworld. Orpheus didn't get her back. She was told not to look back. Like that's wife. She took a look back to make sure her husband was behind her, and she looked back just before she got out and disappeared back in again. So, right, film and TV round two. Geraldine Granger is the main character in which British show, TV show? Geraldine Granger is the main character in which British TV show? Number two, in a TV series, NCC 1701 was the registry on the identification number of what? Okay, in a TV series, NCC 1701 was the registry or the identification number of what? Number three, who created the comic investigative reporter Kevin Turvey? Who created the comic investigative reporter Kevin Turvey? Okay, number 4. In which 1981 comedy did Ringo Starr co-star with his wife-to-be, Barbara Bach? Okay, in which 1981 comedy did Ringo Starr co-star with his wife-to-be, Barbara Bach? Number 5. Flopsy, Mopsy and Cottontail are the sisters of which literary character? Okay, Flopsy, Mopsy and Cottontail are the sisters of which literary character? Here's a tough one I forgot. I knew this but I forgot about it, so say Billy will get it. I think Stevie and Josie will get it, this one. Who was the co-creator of the TV programme Hazel along with Gordon Williams? Okay, he was a detective on TV in about the 70s. Who was co-creator of the TV programme Hazel along with Gordon Williams? Might have been early 80s, 70s, early 80s. Okay, number 7. Which detective shares his name with a chocolate covered ice cream bar? Which detective shares his name with a chocolate covered ice cream bar? And number 8. In the film The Towering Inferno, Steve McQueen played a fireman. What did Paul Newman play? Okay, Steve McQueen played a fireman in The Towering Inferno. What did Paul Newman play? What role did he play? Okay, answers coming up. So we're going to rewind that and go over some of them. Geraldine Granger is the main character in which British TV show? The Vicar of Dilby. In a TV series NCC 1701 was the registry or the identification number of what? It was the Starship Enterprise on Star Trek. Who created the comic investigative reporter Kevin Turvey? Rick Mayall. In which 1981 comedy did Ringo Starr co-star with his wife-to-be, Barbara Bach? Caveman. Flopsy, Mopsy and Cottontail are the sisters of which literary character? Peter Rabbit. And who was co-creator of the TV programme Hazel along with Gordon Williams? It was a football manager, Terry Venables. And which detective shares his name with a chocolate covered ice cream bar? A Colombo. If you ever had an ice cream called a Colombo, you haven't. It's a Magnum. It's a Magnum. In the film The Towering Inferno, Steve McQueen played a fireman. What did Paul Newman play? He played the architect of the building. He played the architect. Okay, put them scores up. And we're going to go on to round 3. Number 1. What time is it anyway? 8. Right, where was Captain Cook killed? Okay, the explorer Captain Cook, where was he killed? Number 2. An aubergine. Is an aubergine a fruit or a vegetable? Is an aubergine a fruit or a vegetable? Number 3. What was the name of the ancient Egyptian sun god? What was the name of the ancient Egyptian sun god? Number 4. According to a popular Aesop fable, which 3 words wins the race? Okay. According to a popular Aesop's fable, which 3 words wins the race? And number 5. What do you call the plumage change in birds? What do you call the plumage change in birds? Number 6. The space mace is obtained from which plant? Okay, the space mace is obtained from which plant? Number 7. What is a sinologist? A sinologist S-I-N-O-L-O-G-I-S-T, a sinologist, a sinologist. And the last one in this round. What was the name of the horse that pulled Steptoe's cart? Okay, what was the name of the horse which pulled Steptoe's cart? I still haven't come up with the connection round yet. It'll come to me. Sometimes it just hit you in the head and then it hasn't came to me in a couple of weeks. Okay, number one, here's the answers. If you want to pause them and go back and go over them, here's the answers. Where was Captain Cook killed? He was killed in Hawaii. Is an aubergine a fruit or a vegetable? It's a fruit. And what was the name of the ancient Egyptian sun god? Ra. According to a popular Aesop fable, which three words wins the race? Slow and steady. What do you call the plumage change in birds? Molting. The spice mace is obtained from which plant? It's a nutmeg tree. It's a nutmeg. If you put nutmeg, that'll do. Nutmeg will do. Number 7. What is a sinologist? S-I-N-O. It's an expert on China. Anything to do with China, languages or customs, traditions. An expert on China. Sino, S-I-N-O. What was the name of the horse that pulled Steptoe and Son's cart? Hercules. Okay, nearly there. We're going on to round 4. It's a time. We're going through them quick this week. So I'll take my time on these two. I got up to 16 or something. Number 1. What's the second largest French-speaking city in the world? The second largest French-speaking city in the world. Number 2. How many keys are there on a piano? How many keys are there on a piano? Okay, number 3. What is kept in the Cathedral of John the Baptist? It measures 14 feet 3 inches long and 3 foot 7 inches wide. Okay. What is kept in the Cathedral of John the Baptist? Measuring 14 feet 3 inches long and 3 feet 7 inches wide. Number 4. Who was the female star of the Blue Lagoon? Who was the female star of the Blue Lagoon? And number 5. What is a lycanthrope better known as? What is a lycanthrope better known as? A lycanthrope. T-H-R-O-P-E. L-Y-C-A-N-T-H-R-O-P-E. A lycanthrope. In the 1950s, number 6. In the 1950s, what country was the Mau Mau Rebellion? In the 1950s, what country was the Mau Mau Rebellion? It's the Mama or the Mau Mau? The Mama, Mau Mau. At number 7, which war was fought along the 30th parallel? Which war was fought along the 30th parallel? And number 8, which country does bull's blood originate? Okay, which country does bull's blood originate? Okay, what's the time now? 14. Right, if you want to rewind that and go back over them, so I'm going to give you the answers out. Number 1, what's the second largest French-speaking city in the world? The second largest French-speaking city in the world. It's Montreal. How many keys are there on a piano? 88. What is kept in the Cathedral of John the Baptist, measuring 14 feet 3 inches long and 3 feet 7 inches wide? It's the Turin Shroud. Number 4, who was the female star of the Blue Lagoon? Brooke Shields. What is a lycanthrope, better known as a werewolf? In the 1950s, what country was a Mau Mau rebellion? Kenya. In which war was fought along the 30th parallel? In the 50s, the Korean War. And which country does bull's blood originate? Hungary. That's a wine, I think it's a wine, bull's blood. Right, what's the time? 15 and a half. Right, we're going to go to the last round. We're a wee bit of music here. Okay, number 1. It's a lyric. I want you to tell me what song it is. Just looking for a song. You don't need to give me the singer. But you'll be doing well if you get the singer too. Give yourself a pat in the back for the singer. Your doggy's going to have a puppy and we're running out of Coke. Are lyrics from which song? Your doggy's going to have a puppy and we're running out of Coke. Are lyrics from which song? Probably might get this. I think Josie will get this. Davey. Is Davey going to get the score from last week? Alright. I think Davey and Jean, or Jean and Davey. I don't know what order I put these in. I know it's Stevie and Rita, Josie and Bill. I don't know where it's Davey and Jean or Jean and Davey. I know it's Ant and Dag and all. There has to be an order. There's always an order there somewhere. Alright, number 2. How is singer Ian Watkins better known? How is singer Ian Watkins better known? Number 3. After they had a big hit with YMCA, which part of the armed forces did the Village People sing about? Okay. After they had a big hit with YMCA, which part of the armed forces was their next hit from? Sing about. Number 4. I don't know about Stevie getting this, but I think Josie, Jean and Davey, Josie and Bill, and in fact, I don't know, probably doesn't like his music, but he might get this one. Declan Cluskey, Conleth Cluskey, and John Stokes were collectively known as who? Declan Cluskey, Conleth Cluskey, and John Stokes were collectively known as who? Okay, according to a 1962 song, what did the Dracula, the Wolfman, a couple of zombies, what did they do for their dinner? Okay, according to a 1962 song, what did Dracula, the Wolfman, and a couple of zombies make for their dinner? What did they do for their dinner? Number 6. Which song contains the words tu-ra, lu-ra, lu-ra, eh? Okay, which song contains the words tu-ra, lu-ra, lu-ra, eh? I like this wee group. They had about two hits in the late 70s. Which girl group backed discotheques? Which girl group backed discotheques? Number 8. When ABBA won the Eurovision Song Contest with Waterloo, who was Britain's representative? When ABBA won Eurovision with Waterloo, who was Britain's representative? And they came joint fourth with Monaco and Luxembourg. So that's good compared to what they do now. They came joint fourth. But who was it? Who? Okay, you want to pause that? I'm going to go back and give you the answers. Number 1. Your doggy's going to have a puppy and we're running out of Coke. Are lyrics from which song? Speedy Gonzales, Pat Boone. How is singer Ian Watkins better known as? H from Steps. After they had a big hit with YMCA, which part of the armed forces did the village people sing about? The Navy. Declan Clusky, Cunliffe Clusky and John Stokes were collectively known as the Bachelors. According to the 1962 song, you see, I don't think you might have thought it might have been in it as early as 1962. You think it might have been 69 or 70, but it was 62 it first came out. What did Dracula and the Wolfman, I think it was a couple of zombies there, do for their dinner? They did the mash. They did the mash. They did the mash, no monster mash. They did the mash. I hear Billy's throwing stuff at the TV. Right, Stevie would like that one. Which song contains the words "Toora Loora Loora eh"? It's "Come On Eileen" by Dexy's Midnight Runners. And which girl group backed Discotheques? It was Discotheques and the Sexolettes. Wanna get with you and get dancing. They were good. And which when ABBA won Eurovision with Waterloo, who was Britain's representative? It was Olivia Newton-John. Long Live Love. Came joined fourth. Monaco and Luxembourg. Right, count them scores up and let me know how you've done. And Jean and Davey, tell Caroline. Andre didn't get his score from last week, but I was telling him during the week there, and he likes his geography ones, but he doesn't like the music. Billy doesn't like the music. Okay, it's the other weekend. I'll have this on for Friday, and have a good weekend, and I'll catch you all soon. Cheerio.